Kør rundt i rundkørslen. 3. afkørsel. Til afkørsel. Hold til venstre. Derefter drej til venstre. Drej til venstre. Drej til venstre. Ankomst.
Good evening, students. To day 2 of Proactive Cyber Defense Engineering Python by Cyber Vidyapi in association with AICTE and Certain. Today we have a lot to cover. I'll be starting at 6 on the dot. So I'm making this announcement a few minutes before, as you were already informed to join a little before. At exactly 6 we'll be starting. Please make sure to have your laptop or desktop ready with all the softwares that we have already informed you to install before this. Please refrain from texting in YouTube too much. Only put genuine questions in there, because it can get hard to track a lot of questions. If you do not follow our rules, we have a Python program which because of large number of students, okay, we have decided to conduct classes on YouTube. That's why even in the Telegram group only the YouTube link has been shared. So we recommend all students to just join the YouTube live stream. You're not going to have any issues on the YouTube front. That is a guarantee on our end, technically guarantee. And please refrain from asking for the Zoom link. Okay, if you mention that many times, the bot may give you a timeout, or it may flag you as a spammer, because we have programmed it that way. Okay, we are not providing Zoom link because we are not doing the it's on YouTube. So please make sure that you are joining us on YouTube on the live stream, and you can we have 2 people answering questions left and right, and a bot as well. So everything is curated on YouTube. So we highly recommend everyone to please join YouTube. If your friends are also taking the course, please inform them to join on YouTube. Okay, the link has been put in the Telegram group. If you're still not on the Telegram and you're listening to me right now, please join the Telegram group. We'll be starting in 10 minutes. Yes, we are decided that we will be doing VS Code and not VS Codium for most of this course, because VS Code is easy to use. Okay, it requires less setup, so less people will have problems. It's easier to install across all platforms. So VS Code is what we are recommending, and even what I'm going to use today to teach you how to code. Okay, so if you are just a beginner who's following, go with Anaconda and VS Code. Eyes closed, especially if you're on Windows. Okay, it makes your job so much more easier. If you're on something like some very obscure Linux like Arch Linux, for example, then I am expecting you to have the knowledge to install Python by yourself, because Arch Linux again is an advanced distribution. Classes will start at 6 in just a minute. Okay, so let's start today's lesson. Okay. So again, if you have your friends joining this session with us as well and they've registered in the form, please make sure that you are telling them to come here on this link right here, and that you're not going to something like MS Teams or Zoom or whatever. We are not using any of those platforms. We're just using YouTube and Telegram. I repeat, we're just using YouTube and Telegram. Okay. So with that in mind, let's go ahead. Before starting, I would like to remind you to like our stream and subscribe to our channel, because we will be putting out standalone videos regarding different things in cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and cyber defense engineering, starting from solving hack-the-box boxes, try hack me, Pentester Academy, and a lot of other cool stuff. We'll be dealing with Active Directory and many, red teaming and blue teaming concepts. So we'll be having many more materials dropped onto the YouTube channel. So I recommend that you subscribe to our channel and that you like all our videos and streams, because that helps us also keep a consistent supply of content for all of you. Okay. So with that in mind, let's begin. I'm going to share my screen now, so you should be able to see it in just a second. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys my virtual box. It's the tool that lets you run other operations. So you can really see we have two operations. We have the AI CPU name and Kali. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you some basics of Python, which I've already shown in the first class. Okay. So I'm going to hit the start green start button at the top, middle, and then I'm going to give it a few seconds, and a box is going to pop up. And this box will also have a message that says starting, virtual machine. So there we go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start up the virtual machine. And again, those who do not know what Kali Linux is, you can refer to the website kali.org. Again, a link to that will be shared into Telegram and YouTube chat now. Okay, so that's Kali, kali.org. Okay, so you can download this virtual machine from there. They have very good support, fantastic forums, and overall a massive community which will help you get into cybersecurity and cyber defense engineering. So I'm going to log in. And now you should be able to see my Kali Linux screen, right? That's perfect. So now I'm going to come here at the top where, after the Firefox icon, we have an icon that says Terminal Emulation. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to increase the font size and then go full screen. So you're able to clearly see any and all commands I type from this point onwards. So here, the first command, and I'm going to show you some things of this. This command is Linux. I want you to be able to navigate Linux in case you're stuck on it. The most basic command you want to know when you start a terminal in Linux is ls, which stands for list files or folders or directories or anything basically. ls just basically means list. And this command allows you to see all the files and folders in your current directory. Now the word directory is used in the Mac OS and the Linux world, and it means folder. Okay, so if you're from the Windows world and you've never touched Mac or Linux, directory means folder. Now that I type ls, you can see that I have a bunch of folders here, right? CV, desktop, documents, download, music, pictures. All of these are default folders that you get in Kali Linux. Okay, so I've not really changed anything. I just pulled it off from the Kali, loaded it in my. This is a very simple step to do, and there are at least 1,000 videos. So you can Google up Kali VirtualBox install how to, and you will find hundreds and thousands of tutorials ranging back as old as 2014 to all the way to 2014, 15, all the way to 2020. Right? Since last week also I have seen videos pop up. So there are many videos showing you how to do this, so I'm not covering this here. Now in here, Python's already installed, and I know that by typing Python and hitting enter. When I do that, I'm dropped into the Python. Okay, the Linux Python. And actually tells you that this is the Python 3.10.5 main as of June 8, 2022. So this version of Python was created on June 8, 2022. It was compiled using GCC, which is 11.3.0, which is a compiler. Again, what is a compiler? What is an interpreter? That's a slightly more advanced topic. I'll be coming to in a little bit. And this is on the Linux system. Okay. Now you can of course use help, copyright, credit, license, and all these keywords here to get more information. I'm not going to go into those right now. I'm just going to show you the same command that I showed you last week, which is print. Inside double quotes, I'm going to type hello, comma, space, cyber vidya exclamation. Okay, there we go. I'm going to hit enter, and it prints out the message for us. So now we know that Python works out of the box in the Kali Linux virtual machine that you can download from kali.org. Okay, this is very important. I repeat, this is very important because you will have to do something towards the end of the video. So I recommend setting it up in the first 2 videos, so you don't have to work on it. You don't have to do it. That is why I say focus on it now. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and show you a very, very interesting, thing. Again, why this is something you are going to do mystery and related to that. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to type print, the same command, print hello. I'm going to multiply the star is multiplication by 10. I will throw an error. That is because I pretty sure that I messed up. Let's see there. I'm going to do it correctly, and I did. So what is happening is when I say print hello cyber vidya star 10 or multiply whatever is in 4 by 10, what happens? What happens is that the statement cyber vidya, the string itself, when created 10, is generated 10, and then it was supplied to this magical world for string. And the print went ahead and printed it. You can actually count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can clearly see that we have 10 prints here, which means it works. So you might ask me, okay, sir, will it work? If I print something completely different, say that I print just the exclamation, that's it. Of course, you can do it. And this is actually, a precursor to buffer overflow. So when we're discussing how to attack a system and how to hit a service on a remote system and how to take control of it and how to write your own Python script to do that, you will realize that Python's print statement and this behavior to multiply any character by a huge number is much more powerful when you're dealing with remote applications. So for example, I can actually type 1000 here and it's going to print 1000 exclamation marks right up on my screen. Now this looks very ugly, I agree, but things we do for that, right? So now we know that Python works in Kali, right? So that's all I wanted to show you. So this is straight off the tool, right? You don't have to do a lot because Kali will already have Python installed. And just to give you an example, if you're on Kali, the following command can be used to install libraries, third-party libraries. Libraries are basically code written by someone else. Okay? So you can install or get or download the code written by someone else on your system teams. A good example of such said code is the library called InPacket, which is a very powerful library we'll be discussing a lot in the third part of the course, which is going to be the Python for security part of the course. Okay? So I'm just going to hit enter, and what is going to happen is it's going to try to find the package. If it can already find the package, it's just going to tell you, hey, I already found the package. It's in this folder. If it can't find it, it will try to install it. So let me try to see if I can install something like that. But I'm pretty sure. Kali already comes with everything, it's like a full package included. So this is how you install. You just type the name of the library you want after pip install and you hit enter. And you must be connected to the internet for this command. Okay, so make sure that if you're doing this on your Windows or Mac system, you are connected to your internet. If you're not, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Okay, so make sure that you're connected to the internet when you're running such commands, and you'll be able to get these libraries. Right. So for example, I don't think that Django is installed. It's already is. Wow, man, Kali comes with Kali is amazing. That is something even new for me. I did not know that Django was installed. So you just by installing this virtual machine, you already have access to more than 90% of things you need for this course. Okay, this makes both your job as a student and my job as a teacher easy. Now I can just give you the code and you can run the code, right? Or you could write your own code and it will serve. So both things are possible now. So I highly recommend having a Kali Linux virtual machine. You will need a minimum of 8 GB RAM on your laptop or desktop. More specifications can be found on the Kali Linux website. So please refer the Kali Linux website. To stop a virtual machine in a virtual box, you can go to machine ACPI shutdown and just hit that. And it's going to give you an option here. You can see I'm trying to shut down Kali. So give me an option. I'm going to disable the save session future login button and I'm going to hit shut down. And this is going to switch off or power off my Kali system. You can see I also have an Ubuntu system. So let's close that up. So we are back at Anaconda Navigator. And what I want to do is I want to close VS Code and launch it from inside the Anaconda Navigator. To do that, I'll come down here, making sure that the base environment is selected, the root environment. And I'm going to hit launch. Once I launch, I'm going to give it a few seconds to set up all the settings. And there we go. We have our old hello.py program. So here you can see I have a few lines of code, and the people who have not attended our repeat class might not recognize this. So I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to just have a look at the code, and I want people to actually start typing what they think is going to be the output of this code in the YouTube channel. Okay, so I want you guys to look at the code, don't type it on your own, okay? Read it and tell me what the output is. Because see, this concept, okay, what I'm telling you to do is in your mind right now. This is called dry run, meaning we are not actually running the code on the system, we are running it in our head or on paper, and we are giving an output. We are using the human brain, just as Python has its own brain that figures out what the language is. So I'm telling you to do a dry run of this program and tell me what the output is going to be. Okay, I can see people going 95 false. Those who have written false, more than not. You need to be very careful that is happening. Yeah, you can see people saying 95 false true, 3.14 and 10.001001001. Okay, perfect. So it looks like you have understood what the what the goal of the print statement is and what it actually is, which is perfect to see. I want you to do this on your own, okay? And as we get into more advanced concepts like branching and grouping and conditional statements, I am not going to run the programs, okay? And it will be long programs. You will have to do it on paper first. Figure out the logic, give me the reply. You will have 2 minutes for every program that I write, and then put it in the chat window, okay, on YouTube. Once you do that, only then I'm going to move on and run the code myself and show you the output. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to hit the run button here at the top right, and it's going to do some magic. And here is your output. I'm going to clean the output page. The output's a little bad. Yeah, there we go. So here you should be able to see this part, right? Hello Cyber Vidya is the first thing that many people did not write that. I don't know why, because the print statement's literally at the top. Then you have 95, then you have false with F capital, true with T capital. These are reserved keywords in Python, okay? So you cannot make the F small or the T small. You have to keep it capital. Then 3.14 is a floating value for Python. And then finally you have 10.0010001, which is a complex number in Python, not a double. I heard some people say that, double in Python. Python at the lower level actually does not have the data double in Python. If you ever read it that, something is a double in Python, it's not. Also, I can see some people are requesting me to change languages, okay? So, I'm sorry to say, because we have people all over India, okay? I cannot do that, unfortunately. So, I would recommend that you do one thing. You slow down the speed of the stream. In YouTube, you can slow the stream if you're having trouble keeping up with my speed of English. You can slow the stream down on YouTube and then listen to it. This way, you will be able to understand, better. Because see, the thing is that whether we like it or not, English is the language of the world, okay? If you're doing a job somewhere, if you're learning Python to get a job in cyber defense, or just become a developer also, or a debugger, whatever you want your job to be, English is going to be absolutely essential, okay? So, I'm sorry to say, but I cannot change my language. So, I just request you guys to slow the stream speed down. If you cannot understand my speed, you can't keep up with me. I'm trying my best here to, also go slow, which is very bare bones basic programming. We have not even got into if else statements yet. So, I'm trying to take you guys step by step. I'll take it slow. We are not going to delay it. The code can become completely answered. That is the goal. I want you to, as they say, know the back, the front, the right, and the left of Python. Okay? When I ask you, even half asleep at 2 in the night, you wake up and you answer my Python questions. That is the level of understanding we want everyone attending this course to have. As such, please bear with me a little bit. Okay? So, moving on, now that we have seen the output of the code, I'm going to delete it, save the file, and I'm now going to move towards the PC. So, last time, we had seen till this section, right? Data types. We had seen data types. So, today, I'm going to show you Python operators, and I've actually shown you one. That is why I said that it is a precursor to today's class. I've already shown you what one of the operators is, and we'll be looking at a bunch of operators. So one thing to know about me as an instructor, I do believe in practical learning over theoretical learning. Okay, I could tell you that there are 7, 8 types of operators, and this is this, this is that, this is that. But you're not here for a theory exam. Okay? You're here to learn the code. So let's jump right into code, okay? Because you guys have already seen this. So I don't want to waste time on slides. Let's jump in. And I'm going to show you what operators really are. So there are many kinds of operators. I'm going to start with our basic mathematical operators. So I'm going to make a comment. Again, remember, comments are parts of programs that Python does not run. And let's go for our basic mathematics. So in math, some basic operations you can do is plus, right? You can subtract, also known as minus. Addition, subtraction, you can multiplicate, and then the division symbol does not exist on my keyboard, and use this value. So you can see that there are 4 mathematical, also known as arithmetic operations that any mathematics around the world allows you to do. The equivalent is plus, minus, star, and slash for divide. Remember, this slash is for divide. So give me a second. I can see the many questions here. Just give me a second. Okay, I can see that people are asking how to install Kali Linux on Mac, how to configure VS Code. People have issues with Kali Linux specifically. VS Code I've already shown today, okay? And in last class also I showed VS Code and VS Codium same install, and the names of the extensions are already in the Telegram. Okay? So you can get the extensions and you can just YouTube, you can Google it up how to install extensions in VS Code, and the list is already given to you. For that specific part, how to install Kali Linux in a virtual Mac OS, we can have a separate class. We do have a fellow cyber defense expert who does use Mac and who does have a Kali setup. If you want, we will definitely play around with that. Okay? I'm also getting a message that the font is small in the terminal. So give me a second. I'll try to increase the font. So I've increased the font, so you guys should be able to see the terminal as well as the code that I'm writing pretty clearly. Okay. If you ever have any issues with not being able to see the font or the system, please type to in the YouTube chat. We'll do it immediately. Okay. I apologize on my front. My screen is the font was not coming properly. So moving on, we're talking about the arithmetic operators, right? So here are some arithmetic operators, and here's how you play around with them. So say that you have one variable called a with a value of 10, and another variable or box with a value of 3. Okay. Now, if you want to add them together, you can create a variable called add, and you can add a plus b, and store that value in another box called add. So what we are doing here is we are taking the new box add. Okay, the new box is called add, and putting the value of a plus b into the box. This is exactly what we're doing. So for anyone that has confusion, this is exactly what we're doing. Don't worry, this code will be shared in Telegram. Okay, so if you're there on Telegram, you'll get them. Don't worry. Now, if we are subtracting, or as we call it in India, minus b, say a minus b, then this is how you do it. And again, we are just doing putting a minus b into sub box. This is basically what we're doing. The third thing that I'm going to show you is going to be multiply. Multiplication, as you can see, multiplication is done using star and pi. I'm going to do a star b, and then for division 1, and I'll tell you why I said division 1, I'm going to divide a by b, and then for division 2, that's right, so I have just reversed the division, because division is possible on both ends. They can also divide it. So basic maths. So for now I'm going to stop here. There are more arithmetic operators in Python, but I'm not touching them right now. There are around, I think, 3 more. There's a reason I'm not touching them. First, let's see the output of all of these. So I'm going to use our handy print statement, and in bracket I'm going to add the add variable so that you can see the value of the add variable, and I'm going to just copy and paste. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the subtract variable, copy and put in the multiply variable, and the division 1 variable. So now we have all the print statements done. So can you all quickly calculate what is going to be the value for all these variables? And I want only a single method. So say that you know that a plus b is 30. So I want 30, comma a minus b value, comma a into b value, comma b divided by a. Okay. Give me in one line. I don't want 7 lines in YouTube chat. Okay. Otherwise the bot will block you. So don't spam. Give me a. Again, this is basic maths. You can do mental maths, right? What how Python will give you the reply, right? And I'm waiting. I'll give you guys 1 minute. Hold on. Okay, I can see many people are getting it right, many are getting it wrong as well, and many are just copy pasting it. Please don't do that. Please try it yourself. Okay. So I'm going to hit the run button, and here's the output. We have 13, 7, 30, 30, 30, 3.3333335, and 0.3. Okay, these are all the values. A was 10 and B was 3. So let's see how many people got it right. I can see that 45% from our systems and 45 to 50%. Half of you have gotten it wrong. Okay, so the way you need to think of it is like, okay, how would you do it in real life? How would you subtract it? 10 minus, just replace the variable with the number. So 10 minus 3 gives you 7. That's the value 7. You multiply 10, gives you 30. I've seen many people have gotten multiplication wrong. I don't know why. 10 plus 3, right? That's 30. Then you divide. So a divided by means a will be output by 3. It's going to be 3.333, because if you have to divide 10 into so many parts by 3, that's clearly going to be the number that you get. It's going to go till infinity. Actually, it's going to be 3.333 mod. 3.33 mod. If you've been following your high school mathematics. And then the division 2 is pretty clear. It's going to be 0.3, because it's going to be 3 divided by 10. So whenever you divide anything by 10, you can just shift the decimal point. So you can also think of this as this specific division as 3.0 divided by 10, and the 10 pushes the decimal point ahead of 3. So the answer becomes 0. Okay? This is how you can think of it in your head if you're doing mental maths quickly. This is not how computers do it. Okay, in computers at lower level at binary, completely different. But as programmers of Python, we are not worried about how the computer works at the deep level. So I can see now most of your questions are answered. So I'm going to go ahead and code out. Now I want to know something. So I'm going to comment all these code out. How did I comment all this code? I selected all of it, and then I pressed Control / okay, and it is a shortcut in Visual Studio Code to automatically comment all the lines you select. Now I'm going to show you the last few things, which are which are the flotation, the floor division, not the flotation, the floor division. And what is the floor division? How it's special? I'll show you. So you'll have to see the output for that. So I'm not telling you to guess these 3. Okay, these 3 are more advanced arithmetic operators. You don't have to guess these. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to type division 3 equals a / b. Okay. Then I'm going to have mod, which is another function you can do, which basically gives you the remainder of the division, a mod b. And then you want to have b equals, which is to the power, so a to the power. we have 3 new variables introduced, right? So let's try printing them and seeing what output we get, because I'm not expecting you guys to know this, right? So these are slightly more advanced, so we're just going to see the output and try to understand what happens. And print statement is always going to be, your helping hand, your buddy, who's going to, get you the output you want, or sometimes you need. So now I'm going to press CTRLS and run the file. And now, if I run the file, you will see 3, 1, and 1000. So what division 3 has done is, it has floored the division, and you can actually see the difference if I show you print div1. So just before this, I print, here, just before the div1. If I print the first division, which was, if I'm not wrong, A divides B, and I run that, you can see that the normal division gives us this crazy infinite value. But because, I'm only going to say this twice, so please hear me out, because this value is less than 3.5, it could have been 4.5, 7.5, whatever, but because it's less than 0.5, the floor division, this parameter is called as floor division, has decreased the value and removed or truncated the additional decimal after decimal taken. Okay, and it has just made the number 3. Then if you look at what has happened here with the mod gives you remainder of the division. Okay, so the remainder of the division is usually what you get. I'm pretty sure you guys remember the division, right? So when you divide something by something, you always get a remainder. Sometimes it's some number, sometimes 0, right? You have the divisor, you have the dividend, you have the quotient, and the remainder. All this is class 7 in mathematics. Okay, so I'm expecting you guys to know all this. So here in the remainder of the division is stored in the identifier variable called mod, and we are doing a mod. Okay. So when a divides b, the number 1 is the remainder, and we get, although this is read as a divides, just so you know, this line is read as a divides b. Then you have the power operation, which is basically just 2 stars or 2 multiplication, which is a to the power of b. So in mathematics, this would look something like a to the power of b, or a is 10, so 10 to the power of 3. Okay, so 10 raised to the power of 3, which, it's pretty niche. So this is just your basic power and expansion value. We can figure out exponential values further out. We will be doing that in the section of buffer overflows. We'll be discussing this, and this, the multiplication. These 3 are going to be the most important when we're dealing with cybersecurity related problems. Okay? But I still want you to know that these all exist. Use them for your a nice trick that people use is that when something is divided by 2, right, based on the remainder, you can actually find out if the number is even or odd. This is a very common logic used by programming software all around the world to find out if the number is even or odd. So that's just one example of how you can use arithmetic operators in your program. And you might be asking me, sir, why would I want to find out if my number is, even or odd, or something that the user has given? There can be hundreds of reasons behind. Say that you have a data set, and in that data set, you have both odd and even values. Say it's the number of cars, okay? And this is Delhi. So in Delhi, we know that, whenever there is extreme traffic, the odd even rule applies. So the government has a database of odd even car numbers. How do they filter? How do they know what number is odd, what number is even? The person looking at the number will understand, because we are human beings. Okay, something divided by 2 is even. But how does the computer know? So this is the logic behind that. Okay, there is a Java or a Python program there which figures out and creates 2 different lists for odd and for even car numbers. So this is a very real world example that happens in India, right, of how the arithmetic operators are beneficial. And there's of course much more complicated algorithms and examples that you can. Again, we'll be having projects based around these, so you don't have to worry about this. I just want to make sure that everyone has understood the basic concept of arithmetic operators. I don't want to chain and create complex logic. Right? We'll stick to the basics and then understand the basics properly. Okay. So the next type of operators that exist are right. So there are comparison operators. Okay. Now this is where the fun begins. The comparison operators are basically those operators which let you compare two values. So these are all the comparison operators. You have the greater than, the less than. You have the equals to, you have the not equals to, you have the greater than equals to, you have the lesser than equals to, sorry, greater than equals to, lesser than equals to, and then you have the is and is not. So these are all different. I'm going to use comma to separate them so that you know the difference between each and every. So these are the so-called comparison operators that are built inside Python. Again, I can see people asking for recorded lectures. I think I made it pretty clear, that recorded lectures will be available of every single class that we have, including the repeats, on a specific platform, and you'll have to purchase them because that actually costs us some money to store it at such high quality. So that will be shared to you soon. Don't worry. By I think today night or tomorrow, somewhere around 12 or 1, we'll have it already. So you don't have to worry about that. The work is already underway. So once you are given the link, you can just purchase the material, and all the material, all these 100 hours of material, the videos, the quizzes, the code, the program, sample code, everything will be available to you. Okay? So don't worry about that. Focus on the live class right now. I can see people asking for recorded videos while I'm teaching. I don't know. So please focus on the live class right now. So I'm going to move ahead. Okay, some people are saying they need. Okay. So Okay, so if you guys want to break, you can take a short 70-second break. We'll be back after around 70 seconds. Okay. And I can see people are saying screen is blurred, which is not true because I'm running it in 6 different devices here. So if you're having issues with the screen quality, please check your internet connections. Okay. Just go to fast.com, fast.com, and check your internet connection. If your internet connection is not good enough, then you're going to have. So right now it's 6:42. We are going to take a break for about 2 to 3 minutes. We'll be back at 6:46 or 6:45, somewhere around there. The classes will go till 8 o'clock in non-stop. If you guys want, I'll give you a break at 8 for dinner. Okay, guys, I hope you've had a productive break. Let's get back into it. So, we are going to have a look at comparison operators now. So, let's start one by one. Let's start with the most basic comparison operators first. So, I'm going to again define two values of A. Again, let's take the same value, A equals 10, B equals 3. Okay, and I'm going to now show you guys a simple trick. Rather than having, say, a variable equals something divided by something, but if you just want to print it up, you can actually use the print function to do these calculations. So inside the print statement, I'm going to type A is greater. So before I run this command, I'm going to give you guys, I want you to go ahead, do a dry run of this, try to figure out using your existing mathematical knowledge what is going to happen here. Okay? In exactly 2 minutes, I'll tell you the answer. Interesting. So I'm back. I can see the output. People are saying true, false, false, true, true, false, true, true, false, false, true, true, false, true. Okay, so let's run the code, and we can see that that the output is still true, false, true. Okay, wait a second. You guys see? Interesting. I can still see some people have missed one false. Okay, some reason. So if you're having issue, you might want to run this code on your own end as well. Okay? So again, you can the stream is going to stay on YouTube for around 5 or 10 minutes. After I end the stream, and you can always just go back and watch it, or you can just file a bunch of that. You have access to all of this material, and the code itself will be shared to you on Telegram, so you don't have to worry about it. So let's move on. Those were the comparison operators. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the next class of operators. So okay, cool. Yes, you guys have got it. So the next class of operators are logical operators. So logical, as the name suggests, they help you build logic. Okay? So the logical operators are the and, or, and not operators. Only three. Okay, very simple. Okay. So an example of them is going to be A equals true and B equals false, and then we'll be going ahead and printing A and B. Okay. So we'll be printing A or B, and we'll be printing. Okay, you know what? Before I print the third value, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to install an extension. I'm going to go to the extensions panel here, or press Ctrl Shift X to get the extension marketplace and search for Magic Python, right? And there we go. We have this library right here. I mean the extension of Magic Python. With the syntax highlighting for cutting edge Python. I'm just going to install it. I'm going to close the tab, go towards the bottom and type print and hit enter. Let's continue the work. This gives you better highlighting when you have much more complicated code. Okay. So now in brackets, I'm going to type notch C, and you'll see the magic. So can anybody tell me what the output is going to be for this program? We'll have 3 outputs. That is completely sure, right? 3 outputs. People are saying no sound. That is not true. There is completely sound on all platforms. Please don't say that. Okay. Don't spread wrong messages. So what's going to be the output? False, true, false. Yes, as a matter of fact, we are going to be having an attendance sheet that does take more information from you, and all the major classes and sessions you'll have to give your attendance, and you have to have a minimum of 85% attendance to get the certification, and you also need to clear the tests that will give you. There will be 3 tests and 2 projects throughout this course, throughout 30 days. So after every 10 days, there will be a test, and after 15 days, 1 project, and after 15 days towards the end of the course, 1 project. Okay, this is how it's going to work. You have to score a minimum of 70% on all tests to clear them. This is mandatory, okay? And all resources required to study and prepare, and everything will be given to you. And the projects we give are not, things you will write. We'll give you real world projects, and you have to actually use your brain to write the code. Just because, I program, I can make a logic, it doesn't mean that you can do, okay? We want you to ransack your head and look for your ideas. So, I can see people are already working. False, true, false, 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 true, false, false, plus the true false. The false, true, false. FTF. Okay? That's the correct combination. Whoever has got it, congratulations, you guys have done great. If you missed yesterday's test, I completely my test to show you what kind of level of Python you know. Now we already know how the level of people's average knowledge of Python is. So that's what we're learning with. That is not a graded test. When we take a graded test, you will be. We do expect excellence, okay? We are the world's most advanced capital teachers and education. So, we are competing with the likes of Stanford Cyber and Cyber, and we have better and more advanced syllabus than them. So we do expect a certain standard from all of them, certain level of hard work. Okay? Because if you do not get that bare bones mark, you cannot. I'm already informing you 10 days before that these are all the marks you need to get, how the test is going to be structured, etc. If you missed the test yesterday, don't worry about it. We'll have a first day soon, so you don't miss it. Today, there is going to be a test. The form will be shared to you in around half an hour. And it will be shared to you through both YouTube and only on YouTube, okay? Not on Telegram. Because there are people on Telegram who are not joining the sessions. So what we'll do is, if on the third class also I see that maybe 500 or 800 people or maybe 1,000 people are joining, I'm going to give you guys a link to a separate Telegram group. We're going to make our own Telegram and we're going to shift them. Because see, 7,000, 10,000 group you can keep, okay? Not a big thing. Marketing we can do 1 lakh people can also do. But if they're not joining the sessions, if they're not learning, it's hard for you and it's hard for me, it's hard for everyone. So, we might separate you guys, those who are attending and regularly and getting good. Okay? So, moving on. What happened here was, and logic is very simple. So I'm going to actually write the logic here, so you guys get an idea. True and true is equals to true. True and false is equals to false. False and false is equals to false. And the fourth one is going to be false and true is equals to false. So this is the AND logic. So now let's use that and see what has happened here. A is true and B is false. So true and false will give us false. Is the first answer false? Yes. So we have understood the logic. Okay. Now let's do the OR. So OR logic. True or true is true. True or false is true. False or true is true, and false or false is the only thing that is false. So let's use this table now and try to understand what has happened here in the second print command, where we do print A or B. So here we can see that when you take A, right, which is true, and you put or, so true or false. So true or false gives us true. So you can see the second value is true, which clearly goes ahead without much. And in the third case here, we have not A. So whatever A is, just reverse it. So whatever A was, we reversed it. So we can do the same thing here. Okay, I can just have a print statement which says not B. Okay, and save and run the program. And the output is going to be true for the last one, because the actual value is false, but we just reversed it. So not actually reverses the true to false and false to true. Okay, so these are the so-called logical operators. These are much more powerful than you might think. Okay, they are used in almost every single commercial application you've ever touched, every single Android app, iOS app you've ever touched. Basically, they are the very fundamental building blocks of programming. You'll see them everywhere. So these are logical operators. I hope everyone's understood that. I'm going to let this screen be there for about 60 seconds, and then I'm going to do bitwise operators, which is the next one. Students, please do not spam the chat, okay? The bot will automatically set you, and then if you request me to unblock, there is nothing I can do from my end, okay? It's all already programmed. 7-10 messages in 1 second is clearly bot behavior, or you're manually copy pasting it at rate. Please do not spam. I repeat, please do not spam chat.